Hi, just thought I'd make a short video about checking in on the banana hand that we've got growing here. So it is 3rd week of August now. This is the first hand I've had on here in Yellow Rock, Blue Mountains, New South Wales, Australia. And there's just 5 little hands on this. So it hasn't developed any more since I bagged this months ago. Like a good 6 months ago, I think I probably bagged this once I realised that we actually had bananas on. So I think that may have hindered a little on the development of further hands, and I never actually removed the flower, which was dry and has come off today. I've just removed the blue bag to see how that's going, and I'm actually thinking that we're going to put the bag back on. Just checking in. I was a bit concerned about some blemishes that I could see. Thought there might be some insects sort of burrowing in. And the actual plant itself is really died back just in the last week. I had amped up watering a little bit, thinking that it might increase the fruit size, but I'm really down to just 2 leaves now with green left on them from this plant. And obviously it's got competition with the child plant and the granddaughter plant. And yeah, just checking in on this to see how we go. I have seen other videos that have recommended, removing the flower much earlier in the process once it's sort of stopped developing the bananas. So I think the way we might leave it today is just to remove this bottom, just the last little finger, to leave that with just one left, and cutting below here just to see that if we can get some more energy circulating back up into the plant itself. So the other thing I was thinking is that we might actually get a bit of compost onto the base of this tree just to give it another couple of weeks of nutrient absorption. As you can see, the design here is to have a banana circle around a compost bin. So there has been, that's what's been its main feeding throughout winter. But I think I'm just really going to boost that now that we're actually in spring, and just see if those nutrients might plump these up a bit further before we cut off the hand in hopefully a week or 2. We'll check back in then. So we're just back with our dwarf Cavendish. It's the 12th of September, so just coming into spring, and 3 weeks after we last checked in on this plant. And our bunch of bananas here. Just loosen the zip tie around the blue bag to see how they're going. They don't seem to have plumped up much more in size, but being that this trunk and tree has died back substantially now, we've only got 1 frond left with any green on it at all. So we're looking to take those off today. 5 hands on there. Blemishes seem to be much the same, but I think we'll hang that up indoors now because we've got some strong winds around today, and I am worried about this actually coming down altogether. And then we'll be taking the trunk down to the base with a little saw. So we're just back with our dwarf Cavendish. It's the 12th of September, so just coming into spring, and 3 weeks after we last checked in on this plant. And our bunch of bananas here. Just loosen the zip tie around the blue bag to see how they're going. They don't seem to have plumped up much more in size, but being that this trunk and tree has died back substantially now, we've only got 1 frond left with any green on it at all. So we're looking to take those off today. 5 hands on there. Blemishes seem to be much the same, but I think we'll hang that up indoors now because we've got some strong winds around today, and I am worried about this actually coming down altogether. And then we'll be taking the trunk down to the base with a little saw. So we've tied a bit of string on there so we can hang it up in the kitchen. I think we might be able to hang it up on the pots and pans here. Oh, it's only just going to fit. Nice and lifted.
Heavy.
It is heavy. Oh, that's heaps heavier than I thought it'd be. That stalk must weigh a bit then. It's not as wet as all the other stuff. You know? So do you reckon you can take that? I'm going to throw this down. And I might just cut these bits off first. Nani time. Nani, bananas. Now just gathering all these dead leaves up and get those into the compost. So I've tidied up, get all the dead leaves around mostly. Just having a look here, on the amount of liquid that's coming out of that base where we've cut it off. Got one little pup coming up here and actually another one around there. So on top of the two that are already sprouting out of this same plant. So I'll be looking to remove one of those. I'll probably take the sucker from the inside closer to the compost bin because that's really not enough space for it to develop a full trunk in any case. Our banana circle has come full circle and hopefully some of these here will be developing flowers shortly. A friend of mine in the same suburb has just got a new flower on, what is also a Cavendish, so hopefully it won't be long before we see the next flower. Quick update on the bananas. It's the 26th of September, so we picked these 2 weeks ago, and we actually picked the first yellow one off it today from this top hand, and funnily enough it was in under here and it was delish, really sweet.